I'm knighted by the president's French presidency. I was not doing something specially in my mind to reach it, but it was just only about the engagement doing for the nation, my engagement for doing and helping people, being ignited after that, having this recognition for the achievement is really something that it's great, when you work hard and you work focus only for the others, to bring a value for the others, to help the others.
As you know, my name is Christina Rahm, and I want to say your name right. They were telling me it's Riadh, right?
Exact, it's true.
And how do I say your last name?
Riadh Bouaziz.
Beautiful name. Honestly, I love your name. And tell us where you're from and a little bit about yourself, not just now as an adult, but how you grew up and a little bit about your history.
Thank you so much for the invitation. It's really a pleasure being here with you in this wonderful podcast. And I wish that we're going to enjoy, and I'm sure we're going to enjoy it, and sharing so many nice information. First of all, I speak French very well. I speak Arabic very well, but English, I'm learning English.
I will try to speak slowly, but your English sounds perfect, just so you know. Truly, truly.
Thank you so much.
You're very famous. I just want to tell the audience, very famous, established businessman in the areas of linens and fabrics and really hotels and making sure that everything is beautiful. And you've done amazing things, but I want to know how you started all this, because I feel like everyone thinks someone just wakes up one day and they have these businesses that are successful, and that's not the truth. We all have a history, and most of us have worked so hard to get to where we are. So I really wanted you to tell a little bit about where you came from and how you got to where you are right now.
Wonderful. I'm Riadh Bouaziz, born in Tunisia. When I was young, I was going with my parents, spending in an hotel like a weekend or a few days in summertime. And you believe or not, just having the air condition at that time in the hotel is for me luxury, because at that time, I'm not from a wealthy family. I'm from a very normal, classic Tunisian family. And fortunately, we don't have the air condition at that time at home. And when we go to spend a few days in the hotel, it seems like, wow. I say, wow, this is the luxury. And the most important was impactful for me when we get the welcome in the hotel with the smile, giving just the key to the valet, say, wow, beautiful. Then it was pushing me to having a dream. And I say, one day I have to work in the hospitality industry. But I don't know that time if I'm gonna own an hotel, I will manage an hotel, I will be just in the front desk. I have no idea. But I know and sure that I will be related and attached to the hospitality industry and with the hotel business in general. After my baccalaureate, I fly to France. I my engineer diploma, but my dream still always in my mind. I have no money, have nothing. When I left Tunisia, I have only my backpack, and I have my baccalaureate in the pocket. That's all. And I say I count only on myself. It was not easy story, because when you start from this, you think big, you have big dreams, but how to make it realistic, how to make it possible, this is the challenge. And I'm the one who loves the challenge since I was young. And I say, one day I will do it. I have to start small, but I have to think big, and I have to build myself. I have already a vision. When I have a vision, and I say, now I have to have a target, I have to put a strategy, and then I have to work on to reach exactly to be and to reach. First of all, I start working in the in industry, mechanic industry, because engineer is not in textile at all. And I start working on just to have money to build myself correctly, still my dream in my mind. And I start visiting different hotels in Europe, especially in France, to understand what is missing as product, or what is the right product that I can improve and bring an amazing, nice, and positive experience for the guest when they join the property. And looking around, and especially the luxury hotels, and I find there is really a missing point is the linen, where we're gonna find a very basic and classic one, but nothing really original or amazing, or makes you feeling so good and so well. And I find some mistakes in some linen where, you know, you go in a very nice bathroom, but you have a pile going out.
Yeah.
I say it doesn't make sense to have a luxury bathroom and the pile going out.
Yeah.
It's not luxury. Then I start working on it. I find the technology. And then I say, now I have to create my company. And from them, I start. I create RKF Luxury Linen at that time. And this is in 2000. And I was very focused on it. And they say in 2005, my target is to be the leader in France. 2003, I became a leader in France, bringing a new technology where I create the bathrobe and the pile doesn't go out. The point is, at that time, I don't have money to make a patent on my technology.
Yeah.
And I say in my mind how to be in this market, not only in France, not only in Europe, but globally. I have only one way, is to be focused on innovation. I have to create always something different, to be faster than any other competitor on the market globally, and to impress the end users and having a value on the market. And then I start my research, and I start the philosophy of the company based on two DNA. The first one is the research and development, and the second one is the fashion. The first one in research and development, I say, okay, now if I do this, 20 years ago, I start speaking about sustainability. People look at me and say, you are coming from another planet. What are you talking about? And I tried to push. I was trying. It was not easy at all. We was facing different crises in between, like the financial crisis in 2008, for example, and so many others. And each time it's very hard. And people try to bring you back and say, no, 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 you are not the right way. And I was insisting. And I know it's one day it will be the right time. And probably it's just only about education and how to educate people to understand much more and to be probably following this view later on. But I know that it will happen one day. At the same time, and I say, this is my vision when I've seen, especially when you go in a business hotel and you find in general, people don't go to the spa or to the wellness area because they are afraid to cross the lobby with a bathrobe and slippers, and they don't feel comfortable or feeling good. And then I was thinking, why cannot create a bathrobe, haute couture one, that every single guest feel himself as a model and enjoying, can be proud of himself, and can cross the lobby, even can stop by, have a coffee and say, guys, I'm the one.
Yeah.
It's not about the size or the height, or we don't care. Just you have to be proud of yourself when you wear it. And you can even go to the breakfast with your bathrobe. You have your tea time break going with bathrobe. And from there, the idea say, why I cannot create even a bathrobe everywhere? I mean, it's instead of using inside and only at home, I want to use it outside. I start creating bathrobes, haute couture bathrobe, like a coat, but like a luxury coat. And then start making for the ladies an amazing dress, like a party dress. And it's a bathrobe at the same time. I say, wow, that's amazing. And from there, I start creating fashion shows, défilés de mode, haute couture during the fashion week, and each time create, innovate, and to be a hybrid brand. At the same time, in between creating the fabrics, having this technology of sustainable fabrics, and combining with the fashion, and it makes something wow. And this is how is the direction where we go. And this is what was since long time. And we're going to continue always in that and always innovating, always focus on sustainability and always bringing a value on the market and changing the philosophy of using the linen in completely different way that everyone should be not only proud to have it, but to enjoy it and to bring this amazing experience also at home and to feel so good, so nice. It's a memorable moment.
I love that. I love that so much. I'm known for wearing a lot of hats and a lot of robes wherever I travel because I've worked in 92 countries and people ask me, why do you wear so many robes? Because I have a whole shelf of robes. And I'm like you. I think, and your brand has these beautiful, beautiful robes. And you're right, you can walk in somewhere and wear it, which is what I do, over a black outfit or whatever I'm wearing because I can travel and it's an extra layer for me, right? But it has to have the exact look. And you're right, you have to feel confident and it has to really look polished so that you've put your look together. I love that you've done this, and I love that you are doing this sustainability. We have a clothing line that protects against things like nuclear waste and pollution and heavy metals. So we use sustainable lines or we partner with sustainable lines when we do that because for me, I'm like you, this is something that has always been important to me. Sustainability is something that and making things healthier to use and better to use is so important. But I also believe that doesn't mean you sacrifice luxury, right? I think you still should have beautiful brands. And I love the fact that you're doing all of this and really trying to impact the travel industry because I say this constantly. People that are in business sometimes live in a hotel more than they live in their own home, including me, right? So wherever I go, it matters what the fabric's like. The linens for me are one of the most important things. I don't talk about it a lot because I know that we're in a different phase of our lives, right? Where our world, where people are worried about food, which I worry about as well. But then also when you talk about the fabrics that people sleep in, that's like half your life, right? That you're sleeping and your body is recovering while you sleep. So you have to be comfortable and you have to have linens that are sustainable, in my opinion, and that are good for the skin. I talk about this all the time as a scientist and a doctor. Your skin's your largest organ. So if you don't have really healthy things on the skin, whether you're what you're wearing during the day or what you're sleeping on or around you at night, then it impacts your whole body. It really does. Your stress goes up, your inflammation goes up. And there's a lot of people that would laugh at me for saying that, but it's true scientifically. You have to be able to sleep, you have to be comfortable, and your body should be surrounded by fabrics that are good for your skin.
Definitely. And you don't know how much your body will recognize it and will say you in the morning. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Letting me having an amazing night. It's nice to have like 5 to 6 hours having a deep sleep
Yeah.
and to recover and to feel so good, better than laying like 8 hours and finally you wake up tired like before you sleep.
Yeah.
Because the lean is an amazing experience and we need it definitely with the stress of the day, with the lifestyle we have right now. It's tiring and we need to recover very well. And the linen experience sheets or duvet cover, wherever it is, or the bathroom, every single one piece have an impact in our daily experience. And also, we want to bring happiness to people. When you wear at the bathroom, but luxury, stylish one, nice cat, nice style, nice model, you are proud of yourself. You say, what is me? You look at yourself in the mirror and say, wow, I was creating some bathroom. You're going to go with your husband, Maldives, for example, or in an island, and you enjoy an amazing dinner by the beach, and your husband is waiting you to wear your dress. You arrive with an amazing dress, haute couture one. You have your dinner, and you feel like you take out your dress, you go to swim, and back, and you wear your dress. How is always it's a bathrobe, but it's a very luxury dress. Say, wow, look at this combination. How are you gonna make always a storytelling behind, but an amazing experience, and people love it so much. And I use always every single problem in life as an opportunity to create from it something inspired from this problem. And it's always is something hybrid, is something unique, is something different. And this is always very interesting.
I think it's amazing that you've done that. And you were also, I think this is part of the reason you were knighted in France. So tell us about that a little bit. I was knighted in Portugal and Macedonia, and you know, you and I both know Destin, but I want to hear about France because you received a knighting in France, if I'm correct.
Exactly, it's true. I'm knighted by the president's French presidency. It's like it's really proud to have it because I was not expecting it at all. I was not doing something specially in my mind to reach it, but it was just only about the engagement, doing for the nation, my engagement for doing and helping people. Being united after that, having this recognition for the achievement is really something that it's great, you know, when you work hard and you work focus only for the others, to bring a
Right.
value for the others, to help the others, to support the others. And this is very important. You never count before doing it. I say, I will do it after that to reach this or that. No, you do it and you know automatically that it's for them. After
Right.
that, if there is a recognition, that's great. If not, you are already amazing, satisfied because you bring always a plus to the others. Some of them, they need it. Some other wait for it. Some other expect it. Some other not. But you bring a part of the happiness or a help to the others who they need it definitely.
Right. I think it's amazing because you received the Knight of Merit and showing that you are helping people. And when you get these kinds of knightings, it is because of what you've done for humanity and what you've done for others. And I wanted to bring that up because one of the things, you know, spending most of my life as a scientist, people got confused when I got into clothing. I'm not a designer like you. I don't do the same thing, but I got into protection during like war, right? Or military clothing. But I wanted to make it beautiful for fashion shows because I wanted to educate. You went back to you have to educate people, right, on the importance of changing things. And that was a focus. And people got really confused during that period in my career because they were like, why is Christina talking about clothing and then she's talking about humanity? And I think you're a great example of someone that's taken a worked very, very hard to create a niche in the hotel and luxury industry and tourism industry. And then you took that and you've helped humanity by giving back and by doing so many things for people. And that's where people get confused. They think maybe a scientist or a president are the most important people, and they are very important, right? But there's also businessmen that have done things like you that have contributed back to humanity and really made a difference. And those are the kinds of businessmen and businesswomen that I respect. So I just wanted to say I acknowledge that, and that's amazing that you've done that with your life because we all leave a legacy, and you're leaving a legacy of success in business, but also success for trying to help humanity. And I agree. I'm sure you didn't know you were going to get the award, but getting it is saying a lot about you as a person and what you've contributed.
I can probably, Dr. Christina, share with you two examples, two nice examples. The first one was one day I was looking at the journal television at lunchtime at home, and I've seen showing in the television that one guy, he's blind, and he used his dog to go to the supermarket to buy some stuff. And the security guy in the supermarket in the door say, no, you cannot enter. It's an animal. It's not allowed for. And he say, but he's my guy. Can help me? I cannot go to buy what I need without it. He say, unfortunately, you cannot access. This is the rules. I was so shocked. I was not expecting that there is no respect to these people. I was not sleeping that night. The day after, straight away, I was thinking how I gonna have an impact, positive one, to help them. My research and development bring me to create the technology, how to make the braille system in weaving on the linen in 135 different languages, and we can write any message, positive one. And I present it to the hotels, and they say, guys, now it's time to have it in your linen. We can do it in artistic way, very nice one. And we can say any nice message like, feel welcome, enjoy your stay with us, wish you a lovely day. In the morning, you say, happy day. And before you leave, it was an amazing time spending with us in our property. See you next time. Wherever you want as a message, everything, it can be helpful, bringing them the sign, the sun in their heart. But this is you are responsible as a manager or owner of your hotel to take care about your guests and bring them in another level. And I was facing the reality how the hotels was not ready to accept it and to make it because they are not careful about that point. It's a shame, unfortunately, but from my side, I was really working on it almost close to 2 years to create it, to make it, and to implement it in a different way, having all the technology, leave it open for everyone who want to use it, just to help them. And I wish that one day we're going to even educate the kids, like for the people who don't speak well, we explain them how to speak with the hands. Now, it's our responsibility to look at it and to be very careful and helpful to them. This is my first example. My second example, in 2020, when the COVID was coming, and President Macron, in France, he said, tomorrow will be, it was the 15th of March, he said, tomorrow, 16th of March, it will be the lockdown. We were so much scared and so much afraid at that time. We don't know if we're going to survive or not. We don't know who's going to die from the family or still alive. We don't know where we are going. We don't know if this problem is going to stay 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year or more. We have no idea. We don't know even if the day after we're going to wake up or not. Right. It was so much a scary situation. It was so much hard situation. We were so much afraid. How I gonna save my responsibility, my family? How gonna save my friends and family? How gonna save my team? And then I say, why not? I have my responsibility to be helpful, to save to save life of thousands or millions of people in France or all over the world. And you believe or not, that day, the second day, I mean, the first day of the lockdown, 16th of March, I was speaking under the phone with my manager in charge of the production to ask her what we have as a fabric in stock to implement it and to see how we're going to produce gowns and masks to help the nurses, the doctors, at least the people working in the hospitals.
Yeah.
The same day at 7:30 p.m., the prefect of the city, who is the representative of the government and the president, he called me and he said, Riadh, I want your help. I get the call from the Prime Minister. I need your help. Can you help us and to create with us this product? And I say, this is what I'm working on. I have different options. At that time, I was creating product technology for the wellness industry using on the treatment beds. I have different kind of fabrics, but I don't know which one can protect from the COVID. He said, we can send it right now to the laboratory, government laboratory. We'll see. 2 days later, our fabric was certified to be protected for the COVID and 14 other microbes smaller than the COVID. Say, wow, that's amazing. And we start producing. I create a company in 48 hours. I mean, I have my factories that are full. I recruit hundreds of people plus in the factories, and I create a new factory with 400 people in 48 hours. No one can do it. During the COVID, during the lockdown, people are afraid at home, and I'm the one was from 6 a.m. till 11 p.m. outside fighting to create, to develop, to produce, taking, being careful about all the workers there and creating the best process to do it. Wow, this is a challenge. The borders are closed. You cannot import anything. We are missing a lot of product. People is dying daily by hundreds. It's like scary situation, but at the same time, I say, this is my responsibility. I was not thinking at all what's gonna happen. I was not thinking at all what will be the day after. But I know that it's my responsibility to go more and to be very helpful for the nation in general without thinking anything. It's not time to make a business. It's not time to think how to make money. It's only time to think how to be here helpful for the others. That's all.
Yeah.
And this is, I think, it's our responsibility. Where we are, we trust ourselves. We know from where we come. We know where we go. We have our vision. We are someone who respect ourselves and respect the others. Automatically, I think we know where we go, and then we're gonna build a better future for the others.
I love that. I love that story. We launched the company the same way, same month of COVID. Like you, we were in wellness and nutritional, supplements. And at that moment, you make a decision either to take action to help people and do the right thing, or to be scared and live in fear and close your door and not do anything. But I believe when you are someone that reaches an area of influence and power and ability to help, it's an obligation, right? That you help and step up. Sure, it would be easier sometimes to stay home and cover your head. I always say, cover my head with a sheet and not think about everything. And hopefully they would be your sheets because they're healthier. But like you have an obligation to society to get things going. And I think your bravery in opening a new factory, and I know how much work that was, because we were like you all, we couldn't even get packaging. Do you know what I mean? Like to even source things, and people ask, and I'm sure they ask you, how did you do it? You just did it because you knew people needed it. And I can tell you during that time, this and I know this, they didn't even have sheets for hospital beds. They didn't have sheets for people that needed to have covers. I mean, it was a major crisis, and it wasn't fake, right? It was real. And thank you so much for doing that, because I know that was one of our biggest issues in the healthcare industry, was even being able to have sheets for the bed or gloves or mask or anything. So you doing that was a major,
Bones. We are
yeah,
producing the gowns to protect them definitely, wearing from the head till
yeah,
the bottom, totally protected with a fabric that it's block totally any risk of
that's
transfer
beautiful.
of the COVID somewhere. This is the most important, plus the
Yeah,
mask definitely. But if you to protect the person totally, then you are
is
sure there is no
100%.
chance, yes, to there is a risk. And this is how is absolutely important, because if you seen, if
Yeah,
you remember that time, the number of deaths, even the ambulance, no one want to drive even the ambulance. No
No.
one want to be as a nurse. No one want to be
Yeah.
as a doctor. Everyone, as you say, protect themselves and to be
Yeah.
covered. And you say, no, it's not my case. I will
Yeah.
not. I cannot even sleep. And you believe or not, at that time, I was sleeping like 2 to 3 hours a day. My mind was working 24 hours. I cannot stop. I want to work 24 hours. But as a human, we cannot. We have to recover. But only because the responsibility is so big. You cannot stop. I mean, you have to do as much as you can over and over and over because you want to save as much as possible, people. And
100%.
yeah. And this is
Well,
how it is. I mean, if you are passionate, you feel this responsibility deep in your heart, you become unstoppable. You become
you
the
do.
one.
That's so true. I love that. You become unstoppable. It's true because you're passionate and it means a lot to you and you're there to do it. And I love that story and I love how you helped. And I remember France, it was, there are certain pockets and areas like we had New York. France had certain areas, Italy had certain areas, but it was a crisis all over. We couldn't get sheets in the United States either. It was one of the big things when we were reliant on people that were entrepreneurs or businessmen or people that were unstoppable like you that made sure they stepped up and provided that. And so I just want to tell you thank you so much. I really enjoyed talking to you today. I hope we get to do another podcast. I'm going to send you some of our products that we have, and now I'm going to try some of your linens.
But it's so nice, to share always our experience, our skills, our knowledge. This is how we became better, and this is how is the beauty of life. We say always knowing peace, people is a treasure, and knowing you today is already a treasure, and it's just only amazing. And sharing the positivity, sharing the
Yeah.
smile, sharing this knowledge, it's always a big plus and we learn from it daily how it motivates us always to go more and more, to challenge ourselves more and more. And when you get the recognition of a president or any person, I just only to say you thank you, it's already amazing. It brings you the smile. And this is how it's the simple things in life that most of people forget it, unfortunately. And they forget to say thank you. They forget to smile to the others. But when you do it deep from your heart, without thinking that you need it back, but it's like a mirror. One day you will feel you are surrounded by nice people that share with you the same vision, are in the same frequency, and together you're gonna bring more and more. You have the same vision on sustainability. You have the same vision on helping the others. You have the same vision of building, creating, developing, innovating for the others. This is your value on life. You bring your print on life, and this is wow. I mean, when you sleep in the night, you are really so satisfied. When you wake up in the morning, you smile to yourself, say, wow, I think yesterday was really great. Last week also was great. Last month was amazing. Oh my God, last year was absolutely wonderful. But now I'm focused. I have this and that to achieve. Now I'm going to go more and more and more. It brings you much more motivation. It brings you much more energy. And you feel yourself very powerful. And you go straight forward. And that's great. Absolutely amazing.
I agree 100% because I think that I feel so blessed about my life, but I have so much more to do. And I can tell you that you do as well. But it's a privilege for me to meet you. It really is. And your energy is, and your frequency is so amazing. I just spent a whole week talking about frequency as a scientist on a project, to be honest. I was in Vegas and then LA, and the whole conversation was around that because it's so important to be on the right frequency. And someone asked me the other day, are we an antenna for energy? I'm like, absolutely. We are like the biggest energy there is, and we attract things that are like us. And then we get to grow and become friends with people that have that same energy, which is amazing.
I think you reach a position today, you achieve a lot, you create a lot of project, companies, business. You cannot do it alone. If you are not
No,
surrounded
no,
by
yeah,
right people, nice
right.
people, correct people and strong ones that you share with them your vision, your
Yes.
philosophy, your approach. What is your target? Then they do it with you. But
100%.
exactly, because you have the same frequency, because there is a connection between you. It goes
Right.
fast, straight to the point. You win definitely. But think if tomorrow you are not in the same frequency, you will stay in the same position. You will
100%.
stop, but probably small steps, but you will never grow as how it should be. And
Right.
I think we have probably a chance in this life to meet probably the right people at the right time, and
I agree.
together we build it. Having just the vision, you have a right number two, a right number three, a right number four surrounding you, and then you will move.
You
And
just
this
take
is I
off. Yeah.
exactly, and they take off. And this is
Yes.
how it is. And I think you're gonna achieve a lot. If you want to be the number one, you can.
Yeah.
There is no limit. Sky is not a limit.
No. No,
Wherever you
you're
want
right.
to achieve, you can. It's only what you have in your mind. You make it happen today, and then your dream become a reality. Today you create clothes and, as you say, a line of product in industry sustainable. Tomorrow probably you're going to go also to create another project, also
Yeah.
probably in sustainability, and I'm sure you're going to do it also in sustainability, but probably another product, sustainable one, bringing also value for the others. And because you have this open mind, you have this vision, you have this strategy, you have the people, how you count on them. You have the idea and they do it. And this is absolutely wonderful. And this is, I think, is one of the key of the success.
I agree with you 100%. I couldn't have done anything without the right people, that we all work together. And I know you're the same way. And your wisdom will be shared with people in many different countries. Thank you so much for your time today. I really, really enjoyed talking to you.